all the snow and ice not accumulate on the building to destroy the building, but also not fall off the building?
I don't know, man, but I'm just saying we got to figure that out, because I feel like 20 years from now it'll be solved, and people will think back to this time and be like, they were living in the dark ages. They didn't care. They just let people die on the streets from falling ice.
Yeah.
And they just thought it was normal. Like, they had internet back then. They had cars, but they were still being killed by ice.
Yeah, you kind of got a point there. I wonder who will solve this. Maybe there are solutions that we don't even know about. For all we know, the city is like, oh yeah, you have to chip that ice off, and people do it, and we just miss it most of the time because we're not walking around looking at them.
Are they chipping that ice off on top of the building, letting it fall and crush people?
Well, no. Then maybe they clear out a path and they go, hey, get off the sidewalk. I'm chipping ice here.
Still scary, man.
It is still scary. So the real lesson is walk very close to buildings or very far from buildings.
Yeah, but you walk too far from a building, you're just close to another building. So I think you just don't go out.
All right, lesson. Matthew.
Yeah,
you were telling me that you wanted to visit a bulk barn.
Yeah,
I want to visit a bulk barn. I've never been, and I want to scope it out.
Yeah,
but what do you want to do at bulk barn?
Well, and I generally don't like bulk
barn.
They
got pretzels.
They got pretzels. Yeah,
I might go.
What kind of, do you like soft pretzels or hard pretzels?
I like them both. Chocolate covered, maybe a white chocolate mint covered. That's a good friggin' pretzel.
White chocolate and mint? I don't know if you're going to find that at Bulk Barn, but what you will find are pretzels. You'll find white chocolate, and you'll find mint, and you can make them yourself.
Good point.
But no, I want to go for for different reasons. Much more nefarious reasons. Actually, probably not that nefarious, but I want to go in after hours. I don't know if there's somebody I can pay. If anybody out there listening works at a bulk barn and you can get me in after hours, I'll give you a little extra cash on the side. That's what I want to do.
Well, but what do you? Okay, what's the end game here?
When you see a big vat of gummy bears or a big vat of M&Ms or just anything really, just short of all the powders and spices, then you just want to. I just want to dig my arms in them. I just want to I want to swim.
Yeah, that would be it would feel interesting.
And it's frowned upon. I can't just stick my arm into a big vat of gummy worms. Hershey's Kisses. I can't just roll my body in it.
Do they have those unwrapped?
They got a lot of knockoff things. It's like,
oh, okay.
They don't have Teddy Grahams, but they will have graham cookie bears.
Yeah, okay.
So, it's not the same thing, but I get what you're going for.
Do they have the chocolate kind? I haven't had chocolate Teddy Grahams since I was a kid. They still make Teddy Grahams?
I don't know if they make Teddy Grahams under the name Teddy Graham anymore. But yeah, you can find them. You can find bear-shaped graham cookies.
Good.
I think there's somebody messed up with the licensing.
Yeah, I wonder now, are those Grizzly biscuits? What are they now? I don't understand.
Grizzly biscuits. That's amazing. Oh, we need to patent Grizzly biscuits because it's the most ferocious sounding of the bears and
the softest word for cookie.
Grizzly biscuits.
It also sounds like maybe it's the other meaning of grizzly. These are these are very bad, very unsavory biscuits. Oh. And then it's what does that mean? Are they bits of human? What are they? Grizzly little biscuits.
No, I wanted it to be just a photo of this ferocious, a
very terrifying
bear,
grizzly bear,
just in mid
tiny cookie form.
Yeah, and some kind of art. Well, no, and the artwork would be from a hand painted National Geographic ad, or it would just be this horrific scene. It's
blood and slobber shooting out of his mouth as he roars.
Yeah, with maybe 4 hunters trying to shoot them, and you see but they're
trying, but they're not gonna make it.
They're freaking out. One of them screaming for his life.
Sure.
And the bear's got this little dainty bag of grizzly biscuits.
Cookies.
Very similar to maybe a cereal mascot, the Lucky Charms guy.
Sure.
Or
Sugar Crisp bear.
Well, who's one who's very protective of his cereal?
Not Sugar Crisp bear.
Not Sugar. No, he gave it.
He's
to
offering it up.
Yeah, he uses it to get out of jail.
Is he in jail?
I think he's often in
Aren't
jail.
you thinking of Cookie Crisp?
Oh yeah, I am thinking of Cookie. Why are there's a couple of dogs in jail?
Yeah, who's protective of their cereal? I don't think any of them get to be protective of their cereal. No, maybe Lucky Charms. He's the only one I can think of.
Well, he wants, but he has no backing power. He has no physical power to. He has magic, but he never uses it to his advantage because kids are stealing your cereal.
Because like
man.
the honeybee races for the bee, and he always loses.
Yeah.
Sugar Bear, Tony the Tiger, they're down to share.
Yeah.
Tricks Rabbit, the tricks aren't for him. The tricks are for the kids.
He's the mascot, but he doesn't get any.
He doesn't get any.
He just wants some. Like if you're using his likeness to sell your cereal, give him some of it.
There's so many. There's so many, and it's very rare that they hoard their cereal.
Yeah. So
it's a bad business plan when you're like, this one is keeping it all to himself. None for you kids. Because then the kids are like, all right, none for me.
No, kids don't work that
way. Or
they're
like, oh, I can't have some? Yeah, my daddy's going to buy some.
Yeah.
Was the cereal for spoiled kids?
I think so. I think it's cereal. Well, okay, in as far as Grizzly biscuits go,
okay.
I think that bear is just so protective of his Grizzly biscuits. And like the hunters are going after him. They're not necessarily after him to kill him. They just brought those weapons in case because they need to secure themselves. They're hunting
for Grizzly biscuits?
Some biscuits.
Okay.
And that bear is just like, no, you're all going to die now. I think when you do get Grizzly biscuits, you feel like a sense of like you feel privileged.
Because you made it away with the Grizzly biscuits.
Yeah.
With your life and the Grizzly biscuits.
But you know that he's just out in his woods, just furious.
Tearing humans apart.
Yeah, way more angry. So a lot of people die for you to be enjoying those Grizzly biscuits. I think that's pretty good marketing.
Should you like mix in some strawberry flavored ones? Some of them are red.
Like a little blood gum.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, definitely. I just really like I'm thinking like a very vintage ad campaign here.
Grizzly biscuits.
Yeah. So that's ours now. That's our $1 million.
Copyright us, Grizzly biscuits.
And it suddenly made now my idea of just running my arms. I want to get elbow deep in some gummy bears.
I think I've got a solution for you, Matthew.
Yeah.
Buy gloves, long ones, long plastic disposable gloves.
What? Why?
Because then you could do it.
No, it doesn't. It's not the same feeling.
Well, it's not that far.
It's a very different feeling. You ever wear gloves and do things that you do without gloves?
Well,
it's
not
different.
Thick gloves, very thin gloves, like the kind they got at like a Subway.
No, man, it's just like you want the sticky feeling against your arms. You want
I feel like you don't, Matthew.
No, for that. I don't want to. Okay, the thing is, gummy bears.
You don't like sticky things.
Gummy bears, sure, they're fine. But if I break a gummy bear in half and the inside's sticky, it's a little wetter. I don't want that touching me at all. But if I can be sure that none of the gummy bears are severed, I'm going in.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying gummy bears, but there's everything there. And
you could do it
on all of it.
Really, you could do it by just buying like a vase and then bulk buying these things.
Yeah, but I feel like that's
too expensive.
Not necessarily too expensive, but if I'm just buying enough to get the sensation of, I want to know that there's more that I just can't get in.
Buy a friggin' garbage can and fill it with Bulk Barn.
I would much rather just like go to a Bulk Barn that is not close to where I live and just wait until they kick me out. Wait until I'm no longer welcome in the Bulk Barn.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's something to do.
I guess they might, and in Montreal, I'm sure.
Go to another country and just go elbows deep into Bulk Barn.
Yeah, I'm sure I can go into the one here in Montreal and ask. Like, tell me honestly, how many people do you find just like an ostrich, like their heads just buried in some?
I'm sure the answer is none.
There's so many crazy people in Montreal.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to Bulk Barn. And going, time to stick my head into a vat of M&Ms.
If they make it in, and I think I have an advantage here because I can walk in and I can look pretty sane.
But you could also look homeless.
I could, but I could. But
you got to really trim your beard, maybe get a haircut the day you go.
I'm just going to be walking in, I'm going to rubbing my hands together out of just excitement.
Yeah, with this bandage on your finger, that's really helping solve the situation.
I cut myself on a can of corn. And
how'd you cut yourself on a can of corn? Just opening it?
Just tossing it out, and then I went to shove the garbage down, and instead of the garbage going down, the can went up into my finger.
That's your first lesson, Matthew. You should be recycling. You rinse that can out, you throw it in a recycling bin. Most of the time that you ever have to press things down the recycling bin, it's a box. So you've got the box protecting you from the can. And you feel a little bit better about yourself because you're recycling.
Yeah, but you lost me at you rinse that can out. All of a sudden,
rinse out a can. Oh, it's so hard to rinse a can.
It's not hard, but it's hard. What's easier than that? Not
doing it. Yeah,
you throwing it out. Every now and then you get cut. But the lesson that I've learned is just put the can in sharp side down.
That's another solution. Yeah, but then it still could be dangerous when you're taking the garbage out. You throw it over your shoulder, boom, cut on your back.
Who's throwing garbage bags over their shoulder like Santa Claus?
Like to hold it, to carry it.
No way. Am I
never hold a heavy bag of garbage?
I always hold a heavy bag of garbage, but away from my body.
Yeah, fair enough.
I never just toss it over like I'm just so cavalier about all of this. Like
I'm Santa Claus. Is that hold on? Why is your garbage full of like aluminum cans and old chicken?
What do you throw out?
Well, not old chicken. I eat the chicken.
Yeah, the good part, but this is a good, I'd say 25% of a whole chicken you're probably tossing.
Yeah, like bones.
Bones and meat that you couldn't get off them bones.
Oh, no, you eat that meat.
I don't.
You pick it off, you throw it in a soup.
No.
Well, chicken soup.
No. Sometimes I'm offered, turkey carcasses and...
What do you mean? What is... See, Matthew, you're saying you don't look homeless, but people offer you turkey carcasses.
I need to set it up in the right context.
I'm talking
about, at a Thanksgiving supper or something.
It's Thanksgiving, someone's like, "Oh, this poor man. Would you like the carcass?"
I'll be at my aunt's house, and it's the end of the night, and everyone's packing up and getting ready to go, and they're like, "Someone's got to take the carcass. Someone can make someone can make a nice soup out of it," and nobody wants it. And then they're like, "Well, Matthew, you take the carcass." I was like, "I don't want that carcass. I'm taking the bus. I don't want to get on there with what used to be a 35-pound turkey. Now I'm carrying this carcass in a garbage bag." That's not gonna make me any friends.
Are you trying to make friends on the bus anyhow?
Always.
How's that go for you?
No, it's so far not working out.
See, these are the problems. You're on the bus with a carcass of chicken. You've got a strange colored bandage on your finger. You're talking to everyone on the bus.
The color is blue. You're wearing a blue sweater. That's not strange.
Well, for bandages, it's strange.
It's ratty.
It's very ratty. Yeah. It needs a trim or a change or to be removed entirely.
Yeah.
How bad did you cut yourself?
I don't know. I don't want to look at it.
How long have you had that bandage on?
One day. One night. It was from last night, so.
Wow.
Yeah, it gets ratty, though, real fast.
Yeah, very fast.
And it's this color so it doesn't fall into food, and then you don't eat it. So that's why.
If a bandage fell off your finger, you wouldn't notice?
Well, when they make bandages skin-colored,
yeah,
they blend in with your skin. And you don't really notice right away. If this fell off, I'd notice right away because it's like, my finger's not blue anymore.
Regardless of the color, the bandage falls off your finger, you're not noticing?
Yeah, I'm going to notice. But maybe if I'm at work or you're in a high-stress environment, you're moving around, you're doing a lot of stuff with your hands.
Okay. Let's say you're a busy chef.
Yeah.
The bandage falls off. You don't know?
Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, the way I've put this bandage on, it's not going to fall off. And if it did fall off, I'd know. But some people just put a bandage on the way that they were intended. When you wrap a bandage around a fingertip, you usually stick the bandage to itself. Mm-hmm. And then that's you're good. You're gold.
Yeah.
But if you just stick it to your skin, eventually the sweat... the wear and tear of the day it might just unstick it and it falls off.
Okay, but for the purposes of our conversation right now,
yes,
where it's wrapped around your finger, blue is not changing anything except calling attention to it.
It was from work. The work bandages.
That's what they had at work.
That's what they had at
Got
work.
it.
Now
don't
I'm thinking
justify
about
the blue when the blue was the only thing available to you. It's the only one. They only had blue.
I'm just thinking about what other people see now, and I'm looking at my hand, and it looks like a homeless man's hand.
You look like you have a big piece of gum, hairy blue gum on your finger.
To me, it's so normal because these are the bandages I've been using for the last 10 years.
You cut yourself at work, and also, why are you opening a can of corn at work?
No, I took the Band-Aids home.
Oh, you stole the bandages from work instead of buying bandages.
Well, I wouldn't say I stole them. It's like every time you get cut, you put one on your finger, and then you put two in your pocket because you don't know when you're going to be when that Band-Aid falls off.
I don't do that.
And eventually, you've got a lot of Band-Aids.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I shouldn't. I guess it's also blue to discourage people from taking them. Because I'm looking at it now, and this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Maybe you should take a photo, put that up on the Instagram.
Yeah, we'll take a photo of your finger later, and you can check it out at Burger Edition on Instagram. You can also follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Burger Edition, and Twitter @Burger Edition. Matthew, let's get into this burger itself. Let's start talking about its contents, its taste,
sure,
and its rating. Matthew, tell me about your.